Louie C. the Mayor. I'm sorry I ran late, man. It's been crucial today, man. I'm glad I live in paradise where I can move from point A to point B in about 2 minutes, man. I've been at it. I apologize. Thank y'all. Come on in the live. We from the home base today in Stock Island. All love. You know, our Stock Island's the future. I got one of my Stock Island #1 peeps in the building. We're going to get to him in a second. Shout out to Florida, KeysInjury.com, lawyers for all accident in the Keys. If you have an accident on a moped, a car, a bicycle, let me tell you, you don't need to go to Miami. You don't need to check in with New York. No need to check in with Orlando. All you got to do is go to FloridaKeysInjury.com. Them boys are local, and they're going to take care of you. Let me tell you, there's some drastic things going on today. I mean, it's some major plays going on. Shout out to Advanced Urgent Care. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are getting tested. Unfortunately, more positive cases today, but Advanced Urgent Care tests you for free. There are some exceptions, but mostly everybody gets tested for free, and that's Key West Marathon and Key Largo. And I got a question here that I'm gonna have on the program. I need your input because you see I got the KW hat on. I bleed red and gray all day, represent Key West and Stock Island. So thank you so much. All love on the podcast. First thing I ask is right here. There's a little button right over here. Please hit the notifications and make sure that you go ahead and hit that notification button, so like that you know when we on the podcast all the way live. And also for those y'all watching worldwide on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. There's a little button right here. Bam! And you on and popping. Today, my man James, this is one of my favorite people via France to Key West. One of my hitters out here in Stock Island, #1 man for customer service above and beyond. He was out before TripAdvisor. James, can you give him a little intro and please project your voice because I want to make sure they hear you.
And thank you. It's good to be with you, Louis. Thank you so much. It's nice to take the mask off for a while, but please take the mask, and every time with you when you go out.
For sure.
Thank you. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. My name is James. I'm known, some of you know me from the DoubleTree at the front desk. I moved a couple of months ago to the Perry Hotel, and we take the customer service 100%, and the smile, we can hear the smile, we can see the smile behind the mask. So customer service, keep it 100% from Duval Street to where you work. It's important.
Yes, sir. And James, he is exceptional. He's in charge of our VIPs, and this man go above and beyond. He reports to work like this. My name is James, reporting for duty. Happy to be here. So if some of y'all basically are not happy, you know, doing the job, then I suggest not to basically do the job because you're not gonna succeed in 1,000,000% customer service. So James, before we get into the meats and potatoes, unfortunately, there's going to be an emergency meeting Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning. It looks like the mayor is making a motion to cancel fireworks completely, no fireworks on July 4th. So what I want to know is how you guys feel about that. You know, I'm trying to weigh it out and see what the people, you know, what their thoughts are, because, you know, it's a lot of stuff going on, and now it looks like, unfortunately, we might not have fireworks here based on what's going on. But like I said, it's a hard job to be at, and I just want to see what the people are, you know, what you guys are thinking. Please hit notifications, and please also subscribe on my YouTube channel. So we're going to get to a lot of stuff out here. Let me see. So James, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How do you like being over in fabulous Stock Island? You know, Stock Island is the future. And how do you feel at your new job at the Perry? Because I know they haven't been there long.
The Perry and Stock Island, yes, is the future. We have a beautiful marina. You know, it's I use that as I told you, the DoubleTree. I use that as a school that I was there for a long time, and now the Perry with the marina. I have different type of guests. You know, from beautiful boats to we have 100 rooms. Yes, we have to operate in half occupancy, but our top priority is the overall experience of our guests. And that's why the Perry focus, and that's why Stock Island wants to focus. Yes, like you say, Louis, the fireworks may be canceled, but the fireworks inside the hotel is the customer service the fireworks in the service to make your stay the best as possible. That's why Stock Island tried to do every day, and that's what I'm trying to do when you come to the front desk.
We over here in Stock Island, we breathe, eat, and sleep Stock Island here, and $8 million at the park. And also, James, Perry is wonderful. What a beautiful location. So, and briefly, can you tell us what precautions are being taken for guests based on the COVID? Because, you know, COVID's still out there. We're still in the movie. We're still in a Category 6. And I know that you have gone on a lot of your platforms above and beyond to make sure that if it says you're supposed to do 1 through 4, over there you're at 14. So can you explain?
Yes, we have what we call a state of mind promise. When the guests come to the Perry, we ask the guests, when you will come to the Perry Hotel at 701 Shrimp Road in Stock Island, as soon as you pass the door, you will see simply 2 lines, 1 exit, 1 in and 1 out. We don't want you to feel like in jail. We just ask the guests to be away from reality for a moment. You know, they're going to spend 3 or 4 days. We want you when you come to the Perry to be away from reality for a while. So the precaution is just simply wearing your mask inside the lobby, not in your room, not at the restaurant. There is a couple of guidelines to make you safe and safe around you. But as soon as you arrive at the front desk, there is glass, there is plastic glass. I will be with my team behind you to welcome you. And as I said earlier, the smile behind those guidelines. There is always a smile behind the mask. But we try to keep you a very nice promise, and our top priority is your overall experience.
Absolutely. So, you know, like I said, it's tough times right now. I'm gonna give a couple shout outs. Thank you all for coming in, and for those of y'all just joining us, it looks like the vote is going to go against the fireworks. That's what it's looking like to me. So my question is, how do you feel about that? Are you in favor of July 4th fireworks being canceled? Pamela, you know, I got right here, you know, it's hard out here to talk through the mask, but I love you. Pamela's our #1 fan. She don't miss a podcast. This is podcast 70. We're going to pop bottles on 100. We only got 30 to go. So Pamela, thank you for checking in. Let me see who else we got. Claudia, what's up? What's up, girl? I do follow guidelines, Pamela. I'm gonna tell you this today. I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. Whenever I go out, I put the mask on. Unfortunately, we're not MTV, we're not CNN, and we don't have the production bells and whistles to do a wide shot. So we got to deal with it. And some people, you know, it's tough to communicate through with the sound and everything. So it's a production thing. I love you. I'm doing the best I can. Please don't break my chops, but I love you. Okay, all love right now. Orion checking in. You see that guy right there? Orion Thurston, one of the top basketball players. I think he top 5. OT, what's going on in Minnesota? How you feeling? Michelle Marie over there at the Cuts. Listen, I went in there. She'll tell you.
Yeah, I will make those.
Michelle Marie is no joke over there.
Yeah,
Mickey Margaret, even though he's Florida State on one side, I'm UM. We still love each other. Tangela checking in.
Hello,
hey, Tangela, what's going on, Tangy girl? Harold, what's going on? Hey, look, Tangela.
Hello, yes. Thank you, Tangela.
Miss Osborne, what is going on? All love. Thank y'all. Come on in. What's going on, Steven? I see you. Pamela says cancel the fireworks. Okay, so give me your opinion. Should we cancel fireworks or we shouldn't? Sonia, thank you for checking in. Let me see. Carrie, what is going on? Nadine. Now, Nadine, I'm gonna give you a call. I can't really call it right now on the live, but don't panic. Just because July 4th it might be shut down. Me and you gonna have a conversation. I can't let it go right here in front of everybody. But you can get a phone call tomorrow. Christy, what's going on, girl? See that man right there?
Jose Humberto.
Yeah, that man is no joke. You know what his job is?
No.
Chasing killers in Miami, a Metro-Dade Police Department.
What a great hero.
Yeah.
What a great hero.
Yeah. You know, shout out to our first responders, doctors and nurses. Now the doctors and nurses, you could die from going to work. It's serious.
Not all the heroes wear caps, you know. Yeah. Welcome.
No, it's
welcome
crazy.
Everyone.
James, we'll get to and come on in here. Please hit the subscribe button for those you're watching on YouTube and the notification. We're all the way live from Stock Island. James, let me ask you a quick question.
Yes, of course.
How important is customer service in your life?
That's the top priority from when you go to a supermarket. Is actually, I have the best answer. Customer service is not a department, it's an attitude. You know, it's not a department that you have to say, oh, I have a problem, let's call your department. Your attitude, your body language, and the way that you present yourself it's your attitude. So customer service, from when you buy your apple in Publix to the way we talk, the way that you greet me today in your podcast, that's a customer service. Okay. It's everyday respect and attitude towards the other person.
You know, we talk a lot about the program. Like yesterday we had the football coach, CKW, out here all day for conch football, and we talk about old school and new school, and that you have a flexibility now because it's different type of breeds and stuff like that. Unfortunately, our stuff has not changed for customer service. We will be black and white on customer service, even though with the new generation we a little bit you know, more easygoing. We don't let up on the gas on customer service. If you have a problem with customers, if you are disrespecting a customer, there's nothing to talk about. You must leave, vacate, be gone from us. We're just not gonna have you in our operation because this is critical. So I explain this for y'all that work at a nightclub, because you know, customer service is customer service.
And there is training. You know, the way that we were just talking earlier with Louie. You know, you can start from the bottom, and if you don't know, just ask. You know, right. If you don't know how to please a guest, don't just throw. Hey, you need to wear a mask. Just throw the mask.
Thank you.
Just put in a plate, and offer them. And the gesture, what you do. If you don't know, ask.
You just brought up an outstanding point. If you don't get trained properly, then you will not execute properly. So that's the problem. A lot of people, they throw them out there to the wolves or whatever because it's hard to find.
You have to learn how to swim. Yes, I can throw you into the shark, but
you will fail, you will get eaten.
If I cook a fish to you and I don't teach you how to fish on the boat in the middle of the ocean, I cook you a fish, and you understand the point that I make. So it's just you have to teach people.
So to add to James' point here briefly, if you got any questions, come on in. It's real simple. If you go to the club, and when you go to the club, the doorman is unpleasant. Then you walk in the club, you order a drink, they gave you the wrong drink. Okay. Then you go see one of our DJs at the DJ booth, and you tell them to play a song. They say they don't take requests. The chances you go into that club are 0% again. So we, from the beginning, as soon as they hit, like you see James in the front door, even when you're parking, even valet is critical from the time you leave. Thank you for coming. If you don't like to deal with customers, don't be in customer type business or whatever. Be solo.
Exactly, and don't break the image. You know, don't break the image, because when you leave the club or when you leave the hotel, you're gonna speak to another person. You're gonna speak to another person about that club, about that hotel, and that's yes, TripAdvisor. But at this situation that we are in here, there is no more TripAdvisor. Who's the best hotel? Who's the best what? We have to come all together for the customer service to the tourist who wants to come now.
Absolutely. Okay, so we some of y'all coming in. Very serious situation. Looks like fireworks are going to be canceled. The mayor is called an emergency meeting on that. It looks like it's not going to happen, even though they haven't taken the vote. This is what I'm getting. We're going to find out Friday morning. The vote's going to happen. So we got some people interjecting on that. No, please do not cancel. Find out the ways to proceed with them. Thank you, Yvette. So I'm open for suggestions. Nikki, what's up, girl? Do not cancel. People watch from their boats anyway. I'm coming down. Don't cancel. So two don't cancel. Pam 1 right now. So we'll see. You know, COVID-19 20 or COVID 56, the majority rule. Right, yeah, so we're gonna see what they talk about.
Thank you,
Ruben. What's up, killer? See that man, Ruben. That man, big time.
Ruben Munoz,
11 state championship supporter all day. God bless the class of 2020. They had the graduation the other day. Look, the class graduated, proceeding forward. And one thing I'll tell you real quick: do not panic. We told you, Dr. Burrows, along with Dr. Pucci and Dr. Trixie, we told you that. Basically, there was going to be more positives, more testing, more positives. Hospitalizations, 2. So that's what I look at. Tomorrow it might be 9 positive. The next day might be 11. We're going upward, 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 like New York. You see how New York, you don't hear about New York too much. They hit the peak of COVID, and then it went down. We far from the peak. This was going to happen. We told you this was going to happen from when we opened that road. It was going to happen. More people out, more tests. We can't even take people at the advanced urgent care that coming in to get tested. Why? Not because everybody's on the panic, because it's free and only certain exceptions apply or whatever. So people are taking advantage of that. So we don't care where you get tested, but we want to keep it local. So we suggest Advanced Urgent Care, Key West Marathon, and Key Largo. James, I just want to let you know that you one of my favorites on the VIP tip. That's why we keep you on the squad. You know, sometimes we don't see each other for periods of time, but we're there.
The friendship is still here.
We're still there in heart or whatever. So I heard that you like to play tennis. Can you elaborate about that?
It's my hobby. I learned back in France, back in Paris. I was the ball boy of my brother in his tennis club in Paris, and his coach was telling me, hey, my brother's name is David. Hey, David, your little brother James run very fast to pick up your ball to serve, and can I train him? And I was starting to play against the wall. People say that it's easy to practice against the wall, but they never try them themselves, you know.
Right.
And I start with my brother to hit on the wall 15, 20 balls in a row. And the coach wanted to train me. And of course, with all the turmoil, with the COVID-19, the tennis court was closed. But like you say, I want to go back to that point. Guys, it's not because the firework is canceled that your positivity has to be canceled. That the customer service, I train a couple of little kids with their parents last month, and they have a smile up to here. They have a mask up to here, and behind the mask they enjoy, they're still positive. We have to take that example maybe when you're on the court. When you're on the court, yes, when you train someone, and I love tennis. I love tennis, and I teach tennis.
Let me say this, and I'm gonna we're gonna stay on this tennis tip, but just remind me of something. Shout out to the governor of Florida, DeSantis. Today, how many times have you heard me say on the podcast, or you know, when you around me, that teachers need to be the highest paid profession in the world?
That since I know you
okay,
always
guess what the governor did?
It looks like he signed into law about education.
$500 million increase for teachers in Florida. Yay!
So you see, never give up.
DeSantis might have been watching the podcast. You never know, but that man made the first one I ever seen that happened.
You never quit.
So in Washington,
quit believing, and the professor and the teachers are heroes as well.
That's in Florida. So you know, I'm in Florida, all love right now. So up there in
coaches,
Washington,
teachers,
up there in Washington, maybe you know you
correct.
You might as well go ahead and go for if they put $500 million, you might as well go ahead and beat that in Washington if you're watching. So there's a lot of people coming in, but I want to get to the meats and potatoes. You know, I'm an Adidas man. You know, over here we
check over stripes.
You know,
I'm sorry.
One human family. You got the Nike. So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your help with youth in tennis, because we don't have a lot of people that teach tennis.
Yeah.
So you teach tennis. I want A, how did you start that, and
yes.
B, what's your Facebook so they can reach you and send you a message, so like that once everything is calmed down, you can get some more kids you can teach them tennis.
Thank you, Louis. Tennis is my love, is my passion. I want to teach you the best practice. Just I'm not the number one in tennis, but I want to teach you back to the basics of tennis. You can find me on my email first, jamekemoun88@yahoo.com.
Can you spell the last name nice and easy?
Yeah, thank you. Jamekemoun, JAMEKEMOUN88@yahoo.com. What you will do, you will not feel any court like you go in Miami or any coaches. I make it fun. I make a couple of drills for your footwork, just to wake up in the morning at 9 o'clock in paradise, front of the palm tree on Higgs Beach. I got a great feedback. How much? Just $30 an hour. You cannot beat that price to have a couple of cones, couple of great exercise. I will not be arm cross and tell you what to do and what to say. But yes, that ball, that tennis ball, I grew up with it. And you know, when the tennis ball it rebounds. You know, when you drop the ball, it rebounds. So I want you, even with this condition, to rebound with this situation. We're always going to rebound. Facebook, Back to the Basics of Tennis with James.
You have a Facebook like that?
I'm going to make it. My YouTube channel is Back to the Basics of Tennis with James. And you can find me on my YouTube channel, James Kemoun, on Facebook. Try to find me, and I'm post a couple of training and couple of how to do your forehand and backhand. And but email me, and we're gonna make a schedule, an appointment.
Let me get some people here. Big James, this is James right here too. James Martin checking in. Yeah. So come on in, oh boy. I'm telling you, if you a lot of people go in and out. So let me tell you what's happening is, it looks like July 4th fireworks. The mayor has set an emergency meeting. Looks like she wants to proceed with canceling of the fireworks, and they're going to take a vote for the whole commission. So do you want fireworks to go on, or do you want them canceled? Please go ahead and give me a comment. Ricky, Allen, what's going on? Pharaoh, I see you. Arthur, thank you. Martin Liz, this man is in Stock Island also.
Martin Liz.
He's very good cook, very good. Nikki Rogers, I agree. I'm coming to enjoy my island fireworks. Will not get me down. Seeing my friends and families, all that matters. Okay, thank you.
Positive attitude.
Scott King, thank you for checking in. So, James, let's get to the business. People want to know how to get the best rates at hotels. This is what they're looking for. As me and you, I call it the Blackjack 21. It's basically based on supply and demand. Can you explain that in the short version?
It depends on the occupancy of the hotel. It depends our price of fluctuate depending on the occupancy. That's the technical part of it. But of course, you know, if you're from Florida, if you're from Hialeah, Miami, New York, we try to go in between a Florida rate, AAA. We have AAA rates, but call the Perry Hotel, 700 Shrimp Road. The price fluctuates between 189 from a regular room. When I say regular room, you have a beautiful plasma TV, great view on the outside, and up to the suite when you will feel the positive vibe that I told you, up to 400, 500. But at least right now, prices or maybe can be arranged. We have flexibility. All the hotel in Key West, especially the Perry Hotel, have flexibility for you guys. So come to see us and have a step away from reality for a while.
Listen, worldwide on YouTube right now. Check in if you come into Key West. I want you to check in right now. My man James is serious on that VIP. When you see VIP in the dictionary, they have a whole bunch of people's picture on there. James popping up there now. But James is a new generation. You see his soul. You can feel it through the live, right? This man, this ain't faking for the camera. This blood raw out here. This is how we do it.
That's what your podcast is.
Yeah. So James, I'm telling you, I only send people. If James he moved the Sugarloaf. They got a hotel. You're gonna have to go to Sugarloaf. James is serious, and I'm glad that you got the opportunity. You're really highly sought after, you know, in the business or whatever. And I'm glad they got you here in Stock Island. But you recognize the future too.
It's a future. It's a marina. All the owner, all the big shot of all the owner decide to see, and maybe they have a vision like you have, Louie, that see that Stock Island is the future. And I hope one day they're gonna put a tennis court in Stock Island, and you will have a hotel, a good price, a good vibe, and you have a coach training you after a little swim on the pool, maybe. My
man Chili Dog, you see that guy Michael?
Oh, I see Angel Torres. Yeah, Angel.
Chili Dog, checking in right now.
Hello, Angel.
That man's in the entertainment business. He's a musician, and he comes down here. One of my favorite entertainers. Chili, how everything going? And tell the people where you checking in. Angel Torres, they said that boy a killer in that front desk. He trained you, right?
He trained me at the DoubleTree. Angel, thank you so much. I hope your leg feel better. Tammy, your wife, enjoy, and keep positive.
You know his wife is my classmate, right? You didn't know that?
No, they're great people. That's a good coach
Angel,
and a good trainer.
Thank you for checking in.
100% customer service too.
So a lot of people coming in new here. So we need to weigh your opinions in, because it's about going down. It's going down. Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning, it is going down. So fireworks, are you for it, or do you want them canceled? Point blank. Joe Mastermind, that man is behind the bar. He's another one that's exceptional customer service. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, Mr. Mastermind.
And for those of y'all, listen, Pitbull, they can't, they won't, they ain't never gonna stop the party, right? So right here, we wide open like a salt shaker. There's a group that got a song called Salt Shaker, and basically Pitbull said they can't, they won't, they ain't never gonna stop the party. So for those of y'all coming through, go to Where's the Party Key West on Facebook, and you can put your events on there. You can see what events are going on, and like I said, we need to know what's going on, because they ain't never gonna stop the party. So also, there's another important thing, man. The world, unfortunately, is in shambles, in crisis, but we have to maintain a positive attitude. So I'm going to tell y'all this again. I keep telling y'all this. Be nice to people and stay out of people's business. If you have a guy, let's say somebody is not following guidelines. You're not Superman. You're not Batman. You're not Hercules. Do not go and try to get into a problem with that gentleman. You don't know what that gentleman been through. Next thing you know, you got shot in the leg, God forbid, killed for being in somebody's business. If you have a strong opinion about something, call the authorities. You see what I'm saying? Who we got in there?
Hello, Tyler. That's Michael Knowles' son. Tyler, thank you so much.
Shout out to Michael Knowles. That's your man.
Thank you. That's Michael's son. Tyler, enjoy your kids and your family. And yeah, customer service is number one. Through your dad, I will never be where I am. Thank you.
Yes, yes. And let me tell you something, James. Y'all might wondering, you know, first of all, James will whoop me. In tennis, there's no question. Now, I don't think he can whoop me in ping pong.
No, if I train you, you will beat me. I have to train you first.
Well, I don't know if I can beat you. It's hard to beat the master. You know?
No.
But you know what? I have these tennis balls. So back in the day, we played stick ball. Stick ball, you know, baseball take 9 people. Stick ball, you can play with 2. You make a whole 9-inning game, and this is what we need more out of. You know, obviously, we think it's back to normal. Get out of the house, because I appreciate phones, I appreciate the Twitter, I appreciate the Facebook, I appreciate the TikTok, but sometimes we have to engage. Like I have a rule: if I'm sitting with you at the table, as much as me and you do business,
we have to engage.
We put the phone down and we engage with each other. And damn a phone.
And that's why I do with the kids when I teach them on the tennis court. It's not only over the net. You know, you have to put the ball. You have to train people to pass that ball over the net. So meaning that you have a contact with your racket. The racket and the ball have to have a contact. Nice. And again, I don't stress enough. I have a lot of good feedback already from guests. Whatever, if we cancel the fireworks or not, the guests love Key West. They want to come. We have reservation for the next 2 or 3 months.
Nice.
So we have to keep continuing.
Can I ask you something? Sorry to interrupt. Nobody's canceling for Fantasy Fest.
So far, no. Not because I love Stock Island and Fantasy Fest, but not
These
canceling.
Are
we are. If you want to cancel, life is a life. You know, you don't know. You may have something on the last minute. We work with you. Don't cancel. Postpone your reservation. And what we do regarding the prices, if you have a reservation for tomorrow and you cannot make it, and you say, James, I'm coming in October, the same price that you have for your reservation, I will keep that price and I will honor it for the next future reservation.
That man, I told you, look where he's from, Alabama.
Sweet
home Alabama. Oh, boy, big chili dog ain't nothing to play with.
They're watching us from everywhere.
Chili, when you going to go live, man? When you going to go live? These people miss you down here. Thank you for checking in. People keep coming in the live. So once again, we talk about fireworks. Do you want the fireworks canceled, or you want them to maintain the fireworks? Emergency meeting held by the mayor going in Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning is going down. And let me see, how are things going in France?
It's always difficult, you know. The number 1 country in the world is America. We thank God for this country, but I'm born and raised in France. I got in contact every day with my mom and my dad. They are past over 70 years old, but they're strong. The president is strong, and he's trying to work and jungle with the things that we have, putting some guidelines. The school are reopened. Mom and dad can go out, can go to their beach house, for example, and living life. This is what you have to do. You have to live life and live at 100%.
Gotcha. Well, we on borrowed time. You heard this, the same thing I said, we on borrowed time. Me and James could be here right now on this live. We might not never make it to another live. You never know when is your time. So we ain't gonna be miserable. We gonna live today and live for the second, not for tomorrow, for the second. Stuff is really, really critical. Let's see what else is going on here. Let's see. Wow. Melissa, what is going on, girl? Thank you for coming in. So much love on the podcast.
A lot of people watching.
Yeah, no. We get a lot of people in and out. Hit the notifications right here for those y'all watching worldwide on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. If you don't know me, my name is Louie C. the Mayor. I'm in the entertainment business. I make it happen straight out of Key West. It's not where you from, it's where you at. So we at the bottom of the map, 90 miles from Cuba. We ride from point A to point B in a half a second. We say hello to people. If we don't know you, we give you directions. Tourists don't bother us none. And it's a lovely situation. So those y'all complaining, this ain't nothing to be complaining about. Unfortunately, the COVID-19, we're not immune to that, but we got great people. Dr. Burroughs, #1 doctor in the world, above and beyond planets. Also, the man doing a hell of a job. Robert, thank you for coming in. So, James, some people think that, you know, we living in Stock Island back in the 80s when there was a lot of real serious situations. Occasionally we have some serious situations. We just had one a couple weeks ago or whatever, but we dealing with that. But for the most part, I absolutely love Stock Island. I wouldn't trade it for nowhere else. And I know you're a resident of Stock Island. Can you tell these people who hear this nonsense about Stock Island how good it is to be in Stock Island?
The atmosphere of this island, you know, we always talk about Key West, and when I'm in the front desk and show the love and introduce the hotel and the area. We have, for example, a third floor, a Soundset Lounge, when you see the entire Stock Island from the balcony. And the atmosphere of the people, you will not be weird walking around at night, at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. You feel safe. Yes, it's a future, but it's a future to make it maybe a new Key West, a new way, a new discovery, a new way to discover that beautiful island, and keeping positive. And Stock Island, yes, to answer your question, I'm a resident of Stock Island, and you see meeting people like this, like you, and other people in your podcast who are from Stock Island. It's the future. That's why that's why new hotel and new owner invest in this part of town.
I'm glad you said that. Nobody gonna mess $200 million into Stock Island not knowing that it's the future. Them people, you know, they ain't got $200 million because they don't know what they're doing. So if you investing, go further, no further than Stock Island, because this is the new Key West. Key West square footage is done, and now it's time to move on. We ain't never seen so many people out here walking around with maps in Stock Island, and we love to see y'all. We welcome tourism. Anybody that don't like tourism, be honest with you, you ain't on the same page as me. I welcome tourism all the time and thank them for being here. And you see them on a daily basis.
The world is into this. We were in the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, we started at the bottom, now we're here. That's for sure. Let me see who else. I think Robert's checking in. All love on the podcast today, man. It was really exceptional, and you know we always happy when we come from the home base. You know, another thing, you know. We in the office, but we got office hours in the streets. That's how we keep up on what's going on. So tomorrow, WOW 927 FM. Check out to my radio show. It's going down, and DJ Slice there in Philadelphia. My man DOS New York City. DJ Jack one time for them Dolphins in Marathon. CO Piscopo with the Trina Camp 305 till we die. So definitely tune in, and you can tune in on iHeartRadio. See what that man said, keep hitting that tennis ball. Be serious at what you do. Whatever you do in life, go 100 miles and run it. James, any closing words for the people on the podcast? Anything you want to say before you get out of here?
Simply be positive, and customer service is number one. When you see tourists coming in, you don't have to make a long face. Just smile. After 2 or 3 months without nobody, they want to come. I have reservation. I have people for the next 2 or 3 months. Yes, the fireworks is canceled, but reservation are not canceled. You will see people coming. You will see tourists coming. Different plate, different city coming. We have to welcome them because they have been tested in their city. They have been tasting in their state. They want to test us. They want to test our customer service. They want to test our island, and they want to test how we rebound after this, how Key West will rebound.
James, thank you for being on the show. You're a gentleman and a scholar. FloridaKeysInjury.com. Any type of accident, these boys will take care of you. There's no need to go anywhere else. Keep it local. These boys know what they're doing. They got your back. Moped, car, bicycle. Just go to FloridaKeysInjury.com. And the free testing with the COVID-19 advanced urgent care. If you even feel like you even a slight % chance that you ain't feeling well, go out there to advanced urgent care. We got you covered Keys wide. Key West Marathon in Key Largo. Louie C. the Mayor, my man James. James getting the mask back on. And even though, see, y'all, some of y'all might go ahead and go to the Netflix and do what y'all do. Me, I got a production at 11 o'clock. Ain't no telling what time I touch down, but we love it. We do it for the people. All love out here. Stay out of trouble. Don't start no stuff. It won't be none. Ha!